Welcome back to the shipyard. Today, we have a really fun video, as you already saw from the title, the Enterprise C. Yeah, still a custom design. Believe me, I'm sorry that this is a custom design and not a real design. WizKids, please, 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 telling you, please. We want the Enterprise C. Seriously, the two ships that I hear the most are Enterprise C, Future Enterprise. Those are the top of what people want in this game. Are those two ships? So, here's at least the Antares shipyard take on the Enterprise C. All right. We'll just transition real quick so you get me talking. Yes, my lovely face. Okay. Enough of that. The Enterprise C herself, a 4143, yes, bit like a Galaxy, little less durability. You gotta take what you get. Standard Fed action bar, triple crew weapon tech, makes sense. I might have gone double crew, but 5 slots on a Fed ship makes sense too. 4 dice, 4 attack dice. You kind of hem and haw between 3 and 4. I might go 3 because it's an older ship design, but again, it's better than an Excelsior, but it was at the same era of the Excelsior. I don't know. It's tough. It's tough to really pinpoint there. But yeah, our ability here is combat phase. When this ship receives a damage card, add +1 agility per damage card to its roll for the rest of the game, max of 3. So, a little oddly worded, and I really want to work with Jerry on cleaning this up. It should probably say combat phase. It's like just add 1 agility for every damage card this ship has to its hull. You don't even need the max of 3 because rule of 3 kicks in, that sort of stuff. But it's still the right kind of idea, and it's good. It represents the survivability of the ship. The heroic sacrifice. The generic loses a crew slot, loses a shield, saves 2 points. Sure, I could maybe justify it getting a little discount. Maybe even being a 20-point generic because it's 6, 10, 11. Yeah, maybe a 20-point generic. Right now it feels overpriced. But let's take a look at the maneuver dial. All right, it's got a 2 reverse. It's got 3 hard turns that are red. Caps out at a 4 straight. That hurts. It's not bad. It's just, it doesn't feel super maneuverable. It has no hard turns on the dial that aren't red. That's going to be a very limiting factor on this ship. Basically, you're looking at flying a boat, and that's tough. So our captain, Rachel Garrett, makes sense that she would be a captain. 6 skill, talent, of course, 4 points. When defending, you may place 1 damage card beneath this card. If you do, the captain's skill of this card will be reduced by 3. Okay. I'm taking it that's in lieu of taking damage to your hull. Okay. So basically, she can do that once per attack. There should probably be a limit. During a separate attack, During a separate attack, you may place a 2nd damage card beneath this card. Once there are 2 damage cards beneath this card, discard this card and all damage cards beneath it. Okay, so she has a limit of 2. She can only do it on 2 attacks. Has to be 2 separate attacks. Again, makes sense. Thematic, very thematic card. Reasonably good card. However, a captain that lets you place an evade token once per round, even, just feels better because you're not losing your skill. You're still getting the same effect, aside from getting shot at twice in one round. And you're typically not paying 4 points for that. Again, she feels super expensive. I mean, the ability is unique and new and fresh. I like it, but I don't know. It just feels like it needs a little more. All right. Our elite talent is covering fire. 4 points. Action. Target a friendly ship, range 1 to 2. If this ship and the friendly ship are in the forward firing arc of an enemy ship, that enemy ship must attack your ship. Okay. I get that. I like that. Combat phase. When defending against this attack, roll +2 defense dice. Interesting. So, okay. So it's creating an if then. Can a ship, I wonder, this just raises a couple of rule questions for me. Can a ship still choose not to attack? I would think no. Though, yes. Huh. The enemy ship must attack your ship. Do we add if they attack? Because you can't always assume that a ship attacks. Okay. So, I mean, we'll think that they attack, and so then they have to attack your ship. If they, say, had 3 ships in arc, just fulfilling that you have the 2 ships, then they would still have to attack your ship. Now, what happens if they move after you move and they can no longer attack your ship? Then what happens? See, these are good questions. I just need more info. It's an intriguing card. I like it, but I don't love it because, again, A, it raises rule questions, and B, redirected attacks with only bonus defense dice and no quality just make me hurt. Although this is just an action, it's not an action discard, so that is actually really intriguing. Okay, Castillo, Richard Castillo. When defending, you may re-roll 1 blank defense die. Okay, cool. If the captain of the ship is disabled or discarded, treat this card as your captain with a captain skill of 2. Cool. I liked everything about that card until I saw the cost, which was 3. And I shouldn't judge everything off of Hood Riker because Hood Riker was severely undervalued for what he gave us. But even then, knowing that he exists, Castillo shouldn't be more than a 2-point card. If anything, yeah, he's a win defending. So I could see him as a 2-point card, but not a 3-point card. As is, he's just overpriced. Okay, more crew. Yes, it's a crew-heavy pack. Tasha Yar. Action. Disable this card to acquire a target lock on an enemy ship. The word acquire there is interesting. And then perform an action listed on your action bar as a free action. So really, it's an action disable, which means you're going to spend an action later to be able to do this again. So it's an action now to get a target lock and a free action bar action. To have to spend an action later to do nothing. Re-enable. to then do this again as an action. So really, you're getting one free action now to lose an action later. I like that. I like that idea. Again, Tasha just feels a little overpriced. I think 3 points better than 4 on her. But I still like the idea. I find her intriguing. I like the. I want to play test her on a couple of things because I think, I mean, who wouldn't want to say, right now I get target lock battle stations and I'll deal with the rest of this later. But still, I'm intrigued. Now, Guinan, this is the Q Who image shot. I like that episode. But Guinan versus Q. Unique, of course. Has to go on a Federation ship. 4-point crew. Planning phase. Target an enemy ship and place 2 time tokens on this card. Enemy ship at range 1 to 2. When the targeted enemy ship performs an action that's on your ship's action bar, you may immediately make the same action as a free action. Okay. So you get to do that every other round. Okay. Assuming that, of course, that they do an action bar action in that round. Sure. I buy that. Again, I don't know that it's 4 points. It's I'm more on board with that being a 3-point card. All right, let's go to the grades. Enterprise C was a fine ability, weirdly worded. The dial holds it back, but we'll give her a C plus. The ambassador, I just can't see running the ambassador for anything other than a thematic. Rachel Garrett just feels expensive to me. Covering fire is intriguing. I have rule questions. I like it though. I'm probably most likely to run that. Castillo, again, feels playable, just overpriced. Tasha feels very playable, but overpriced. Guinan, again, feels playable, but overpriced. Yeah. My overall grade is money for overall priced, or yeah, just overly priced. But it's a C. Yeah, it's a C because I say before anyone plays this pack, let's see what we can do about repricing things. I like the abilities here. I just want to see them repriced because I think that we can do better. But yeah, that is the Enterprise C Ambassador class. At least one perspective on it. Other perspectives exist. I know that they are out there. Feel free to share your versions of the Enterprise C. I would love to see more. I would love to highlight more as I can. Tag me on Facebook with your Enterprise C versions, stuff like that, because that will let me compile them and post them. So yeah, do all of that, and until next time, thank you for watching The Shipyard. We'll see you around the shipyard. Take care, guys.